ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits. If they're hiring over there in the Naugus division over there at Diamond Select Toys, I'll fill out an application. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the 2019 X-Men Waves Wendigo Build-A-Figure. If you're trying to pick up this set, you can do so at Megalopolis, City of Collectibles, where you can pick up your Marvel Legends and all kinds of other action figures. They have their daily deals and an awesome rewards points program, so check them out. Link in the description below. And not a bad wave, right? And we're looking at a pretty decent Build-A-Figure. Well, the BAF art of the Build-A-Figure. What do you think of the BAF art, huh? Not my very best work. I was supposed to review MP44 Optimus Prime today, and it's just taken so much time to get through that review that I decided to bail and go with Wendigo right over here. Optimus Prime review coming soon, hopefully sooner than later. But anyway, the head came with the X-Force Wolverine figure, the torso and tail came with Guardian, the right arm over there came with Mr. Sinister, the left arm came with Nightcrawler, the right leg came with Cannonball, and the left leg came with Boom Boom. Alright, let's get this thing built. Will you take us away, Bumblebee? Alright, so I just wanted to go ahead and do this. Yeah, there we go. And zoom out just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the tail first. And that just ports in very easily. And then we're going to go ahead and take the right leg and port that right in there. Take the left leg and port that right in there. Right arm snaps in very well as the right arm, or the left arm, right arm. I'm getting my lefts and rights confused over here. And then I'll form the head, and now we have Wendigo all built and not looking too bad. There are some very good things about this figure. However, I'm not a big fan of this design choice. I kind of like the scrawnier, weirder, misshaped looking Wendigo, but it doesn't look bad. I knew they were going to go ahead and reuse that Sasquatch body mold. Of course they're going to do that, but anyway, not a bad looking piece. It's definitely worth taking a closer look. So part of me is really happy that they went with this design choice. While it's not my favorite design choice for Wendigo, the most common one we'd seen from Hasbro before already, or I consider this to be the most common one, but I really like the scraggly looking, long-limbed and skinny lower torso version of Wendigo. But this version right over here, I like, and I really love this head sculpt. It's actually one of my favorite things about this whole figure. I think this looks amazing, and it looks so freaky looking. Now, I don't think they intended to have red on the teeth right here, but it still kind of looks cool, like he just bit into some flesh, so I kind of like it still, even though it may just be a mistake or a happy accident. So I'm cool with that. And we get some nice hair sculpted right there for his beard. I love the blue paint on this figure throughout. I love this light touch of black around the eyes, and then you have this dark black for his eyes with the red. The pupils aren't perfectly centered, but it still looks great. And I do like how this blue looks right here on the hair as well. You get this nice light blue coming down to this more kind of like grayish blue, and I really like that a lot, man. That looks great. And I like how the hair's all scraggly and thin looking. That's really cool. God, all the wrinkles in the head sculpt and the face look great. I like the ears. Then turning it around, looking at the back of the head, that looks awesome too. I love this fade, man. And looking on this side looks really good as well. Man, love the paint detail throughout. It does remind me of the Toy Biz days. And then looking at the rest of the figure, again, it's just the Sasquatch body mold, but we get this nice blue over white paint that I absolutely love. That's something that just makes me really happy to see. I don't know if everybody loves that as much as I do, but I absolutely dig it. That looks great. So I'm very pleased with that. And then you get some nice sculpt throughout. I mean, we've seen the body mold before, so I'm just showing off this blue paint over this Sasquatch body mold. So very pleased with that. The arms look pretty good and nice blue right over here. I don't like these hands. These are different hands from the Sasquatch figure, and I wish they were wide open, you know, for slashing. I mean, I do like that we have fingernails right here. He has these long fingernails. You can see some delicately sculpted lines in the knuckles and on the fingernails themselves. So that's pretty neat. It's just that I wish they were wide open, like that, or at least one gripping and then one wide open, but they both look like they're gripping hands, and that's just very frustrating. I just want Wendigo to be slashing. It would have been cool if they painted these black or something. I don't know. It'd be nice to have these, or like a dark yellow. I don't know. But it would have been nice to see this sculpt pop, because there's some very nice details in those nails, and it's just really hard to see without any paint on them. So that's a bit frustrating. Coming around the back, we have the added tail, and this looks really good too with the blue paint over it. So I like that. It's just really weird getting it positioned like on the other side. It just doesn't look so good. Then here's looking at the legs. We've seen these before. Not a whole lot of new over there, and you get that soft blue right there in the hinge. Then we get these new toes. Yeah, These beautiful looking, gorgeous Wendigo toes. So looking at the bottom of the feet, you can see he has peg holes. We get some pretty good articulation on this guy, similar to the Sasquatch figure. You have the neck joint right there attached at the torso. The hair is pretty soft, so it will allow you to make him look up just a tad. He will look down that much. You get side-to-side motion and a little bit of head tilting, but not really, just wiggles more than anything. Shoulders move outward that far. You can move them down, rotate forward and back. If you really wanted to move this, you could do that, but you know, if you leave it for a long time, it's probably going to get warped right over here. Man, I really like this whole piece right here. It looks so good. But anyway, you get a bicep swivel and single joint elbows that don't meet 90 degrees. Both hands turn side to side, hinge up and down. Ab crunch forward, ab crunch back. I don't like the gap right there. That's frustrating. And you get a waist swivel, hips move. This leg always pops off on me. But yeah, legs move outward that far. You'll kick forward, up, and that one too. It moves forward that much and back that much. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Ankles move down, ankles move up. He has beautiful ankle pivot, and you can move the tail side to side. I wish they would add hinges to these tails that don't have bendy wire in them or anything. And to measure out this Wendigo figure, you can see that he's standing just a little over 8.5 inches tall. And then for a Wendigo size comparison, we have our Hasbro Wendigo Build-A-Figure and our Dark Days of Marvel Legends Hasbro Wendigo from the Fin Fang Foom Wave. Am I right about that? I could be wrong, but I have always liked this figure, especially for the time it came out. Not a bad looking piece even still. It does have the fingernails all painted, the toes are painted right there. A lot of nice sculpt and paint detail on this. The articulation is difficult to say the least though, so I do like the articulation on this one a lot more. When I think of Wendigo, I kind of think of this look a little bit more, but then I also like this one. Then here's the Wendigo Build-A-Figure next to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Sasquatch variant of Snowbird as Sasquatch, which I had actually thought was Wendigo at one point, but yeah, it's not. It's Snowbird as Sasquatch, and yeah, these two are at about the same height, so that's pretty cool. And then here's Wendigo next to the Hasbro Sasquatch Build-A-Figure, and you can see that Wendigo is a little bit taller, even though that they have almost all the same parts. You can see that the hands are different, the heads are different, these shoulder pieces right here are obviously different, the feet are different, and the waist parts are different as well. And then here's Wendigo next to the 80 Years Wolverine and Hulk 2-pack figures, and yes, I did have fun recreating Incredible Hulk number 181. I don't know if I've mentioned this story before, but my uncle had that comic before he passed away. About 3 years before he passed away, I got to go through his collection, and he had a ton of old books, and yeah, one of them was Incredible Hulk 181, and it was just really fun and very memorable. And here's Wendigo next to all the other figures from this wave, and this is actually a pretty good wave, and I had a very hard time ranking the figures from this set. It was very hard for me to do, but at the very bottom, I'm going to give it to the X-Force Wolverine. Yeah, I'm giving it to the X-Force Wolverine over here, just because if I had to miss out on any of these figures, that would be the one I would miss out on, even though I really like that figure a lot, and it is my favorite of the 3 X-Force Wolverine figures that we have right now. It's just that I already have 2 of them, and if I were to miss one, it would be that one, but I still really like that figure a lot. It was very hard for me to put that at the bottom of the list. I love the new claws and everything about it. Now, second from the bottom of the list, I actually have a tie with Guardian and Cannonball. A lot of people are upset about Cannonball not having an extra set of legs, but I'm not lying to myself. If I'm going to have this guy displayed, he's going to be displayed similar to that, so I'm happy that he has that effect piece over having legs again, and I feel like, I don't know, my desire for an upgrade of each of these characters is about the same, so I wouldn't want to miss either of them, especially with the new box set coming out for Alpha Flight, and I didn't want to miss this because I do like having a Cannonball with an effect piece right over there, and it's updated and everything. And then next, I'm giving it to the Wendigo Build-A-Figure. Not bad. I already have a Wendigo figure that I like, so, you know, I just didn't feel a strong desire to have a Wendigo aside from having a new Sasquatch figure and having new Alpha Flight figures to go along with it, and the 80 Years 2-pack set of Wolverine and Hulk as well to go with this. And then next, at number 3, I'm giving it to Boom Boom. Yeah, she was surprisingly very fun. I really like the accessories that she has, a lot of fun to play around with. I had a good time with this figure, so yeah, I really like the Boom Boom. Second from the top, I'm giving it to Mr. Sinister. I'm very impressed with that Mr. Sinister figure. I would consider this a must get. You gotta get that Mr. Sinister figure. Absolutely love it. And at the number 1 spot, I'm giving it to Nightcrawler. I had to, man. I love Nightcrawler. He's one of my favorite superheroes. And even though he doesn't have the bendy tail and articulated toes, he looks awesome. Very fun to pose around. Great articulation. And I love the interchangeable pieces. I want to know what your guys' ranking is. Please let me know in the comment section below. And then here's Wendigo next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, you got really hairy arms. I have like no... Ow! Whoa! So not a bad Wendigo figure. It made just the very middle of my list from this whole wave. I do like it. I think it'll go in with my more recent Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. So for that, I'm happy with it. And I love that blue shading. We didn't see that in the original prototype or the original image that was released from Hasbro when they announced this figure. So I'm happy to see that added to this piece. I really like how it looks. And it's really fun to have with a lot of Marvel Legends figures, man. I mean, it's like the characters you could display this with is almost endless. It's nuts. So with keeping all that in mind, I'm giving this Build-A-Figure a Sud rating of...
It's not so bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. Hit the like button if you like this video, and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to all these people over here that support this YouTube channel on Patreon. I just posted a Marvel Legends Caliban Build-A-Figure giveaway contest announcement over there, so if you're interested in supporting the channel and interested in participating in the giveaways and the daily posts, check out the Patreon link below, because there are some crazy times for YouTube, man. Really crazy times. And if you want to see the latest in Marvel news, be sure to check out marvelousnews.com. And don't forget to follow me over on the Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,